Yeah, I mean, there was so much to cover. There was so much to cover with all of this stuff. Yeah,
didn't stand up for this. It's like, so basically, they want everyone running around high from other countries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we don't even want to stop people from being high, and even if they're from another country, we don't want them to be stopped at the border.
No, it's just insane. I mean, and like I said, Trump is. I mean, he's with as flashy as everybody wants to go. Oh, he's this, and he's really kind of boring. His speeches are.
That was Let me say what he was doing. That was intentional.
Okay.
He was playing the Obama "I'm going to be cool" card. It was a smug speech. Yeah. He wasn't trying to invoke a reaction. He was trying to just, this is the way it is. And these are the achievements. He let the achievements speak for themselves, right? And he's having a speech today and had it in front of the Republicans saying it's time to compromise on immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Because you give up a little and to get a lot. And that's where most of us in the middle are. I lean towards right. I was like, I want someone who came over as a child, didn't have what we call the mens rea to commit a crime. They didn't intend to violate the immigration laws of the United States. At some point, though, when they start getting jobs and sending in a Social Security number, who the hell's Social Security number are they sending in?
Right.
At some point, it's going to have to be illegal, right? So he's putting them on a 12-year path to citizenship that's merit-based. The reason that the Democrats are so opposed to it is that their base are the irresponsible, we're not going to get a job, we're not going to go through all this stuff. So they're never going to get citizenship because their voter base is irresponsible. The ones that do get are going to get citizenship are responsible people who generally turn out Republican.
Right. Well, and this is another thing that I watched another podcast from Stefan Molyneux the other day, and it was so obvious that I had missed it. This is going to sound like conspiracy theory, and I mean it may be a little bit, but if you back away and look at what's gone on, it does make a certain level of sense, as opposed to the great thing they keep talking about when the right interferes with elections and all the district gerrymandering and all this stuff. They've just been stuffing their own side with pro-government voters. In the 60s, up until the middle 60s, we had merit-based immigration into this country. You had to have a reason to be granted citizenship.
They've had a whole bunch of people come here that cannot be supported under the actual system because of chain migration, who end up becoming wards of the state.
Right.
Or wards of the state, just barely making enough to not get past the poverty level because they're elderly.
But the way he presented it, and I'm not nearly the speaker that he is, Mike, it goes beyond that. Right. It's not that they can't. They won't. We have been importing for 40 years the employment-resistant personality types and the criminal personality types.
Right.
Which are going to vote, which is the Democrat base, and we're just going to be stuck with it until we can reverse this flow.
Right.
Yeah, and it was just the way he put that out there. I ought to put a link up, which just blew my mind.
The semantic, pretentious BS that the Democrats pretty much do up. It's one logical fallacy after another.
Oh.
Right? And it's mislabeling. It's rhetoric. The book that I'm writing, it's coming out, is based on how they misuse.
Absolutely.
Right? One of the things that they always misuse is immigration. Most commonly misused phrase in the Democrat dictionary, right?
Right.
It's not immigration, it's illegal immigration that's the problem. Right. So it's not. So you're against immigration.
No,
we're against illegal immigration. And it really hits that's when they come out with Trump's calling these countries crap holes or whatever. They're trying to make it. That was the only response they had when he goes, we want people from countries where they have skills that come here to work. Because America has all these. Yeah, once the economy starts heating up, we're going to need more skilled laborers.
Well, it is. It's the old rule. Okay, are we lacking this skill set? No, we're not lacking the skill set. I'm sorry, you don't qualify.
250 years ago, when we were mainly an agrarian culture, and we needed unskilled manual labor, that was fine letting those people in. As a matter of fact, it was advantageous
because you could grow and feed more. But today, no.
Right. You're I don't even have an analogy for it.
You're just raising your overhead costs because these people now, they don't have work. It's my infamous typewriter repairman.
Right. Exactly.
Thing. Okay, they don't have any work, but we got to keep them around now. No, we don't. You just
right. You'd be better off going into their anthropological situation and improving their situation where they are.
Absolutely.
Which is lower labor, right? And but it's more than what they're making, right? And fixing their problems there. But the problem with most of these countries, out of all their various problems, it can be drilled down to one problem. They're not capitalistic.
No, they're not.
We used in one of our other videos Haiti.
Yeah.
2/3
Haiti versus the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, very well off. Same island.
Yeah.
Same island, same small island. Haiti.
Wasteland.
2/3 of the land is owned by the socialist government in the state. Yeah. So imagine that. He's like, they think it's a problem for someone who shouldn't be here going through a 12-year process to become a citizen. But in Haiti, you have to live in your apartment 7 to 12 years before you can actually own it. And then you can't even really sell it to anybody.
So much of it, Mike, is classic. It's classic Orwellian doublespeak, doublethink. It just, whatever we're saying is what we're doing. This is what goes on. And I'm sick of it. The world ain't that bad. The world is not that bad. And you're not going to convince me that it is. This is the product of the choices that a lot of these people make. I feel sorry for the kids that come here or that are brought here that way. And there was this meme running around on the internet this week that I saw, and I tried to snag it, but it disappeared in one of the feeds, talking about if your parents sneak you into Disneyland and get caught, do you just get to stay?
It was in response to a spokesman from Disney saying that he didn't support that. And then the response to someone to him was, if the parents sneak a kid into Disneyland, do you let them stay there for free?
Right. And the answer is no.
Right.
At the end of even government, as much as we hate to say it, government is a business. Mm-hmm. And if we treated it a little bit more like one, we wouldn't have the problems.
Would you like to cut to one of